Welcome back, and today we're going to be talking about Darwin's Game episode 2. Like always, let's just jump right into it. So episode 2 starts off literally where episode 1 ended, where Shuka and Kaname were laying in bed and she was talking about, making a baby. And we find out that what she really meant was actually creating a clan. Now, this episode wasn't as action-packed as the last one. This one, we kind of learned more about the game. So we're going to break down the new rules that we learned. So, for example, the first one is, we know that for 10 points, you can buy like a shelter and you cannot be challenged for a week. Now, you still can get attacked. So if somebody meets you like a random encounter, I would say, if somebody finds you out in the street and they know you play the game, they can challenge you directly, which that happens later in the episode. We also learn that you can convert your points into cash, and pretty much 10 points that he converted in episode 1 equal to about 1 million yen that he got deposited to his account, which it was surprise to him because he got the cash really fast. But then we also learned that Shuka really wants to make a clan with him. Now, I don't know if that's because since she surrendered to him, they're kind of like forced to work together now, and maybe like she cannot kill him or anything like that. We really don't know the extent of what happens if you surrender in the game, right? Because there has to be a catch, right? Because if that was the case, as soon as you get into like a match, right, with somebody, right, if you surrendered, right, that's it. The game is over, right? They have no reason to kill you. They got the points. They got the win. Then we also learned we saw a new character, which by the looks of it, right, we don't know if it's a male or a female, and sometimes you can't really tell with anime. Now the person had a mask like a fox, which kind of reminds me of Persona, which, by the way, whenever that Persona Royale comes out, I'm definitely going to be streaming that over on Twitch. So if you want to catch me over there, I'm going to put the link down below. But that character definitely reminded me of Yosuke from Persona 5. And now we didn't get the name or to see their face. She's got purple hair and it's long. So I'm going to assume that it's a her. And, she was fighting this other dude that's in a clan, and she destroyed this dude. I'm talking about he couldn't even hit her. And now you can tell these two players are really like top of the line players. Like, they've been around, and then they probably fought a lot of people. In fact, the male that was fighting this, the person in the mask said if she was the one that killed the 12 people in Shibuya, because, she could definitely do it. Now, that's another thing going on in the game, which I actually find pretty interesting, right? They actually have events, which is kind of cool because the events doesn't apply to everybody. Only applies to, like, in this case, this particular event, which is a treasure hunt, actually only applies to 300 people. And one of the people is actually from the boxing club or clan, which Shuka was looking into for the murder that happened with the 12 players earlier. So she was looking into them, and so the leader of that clan, I guess, is participating. And from what we saw from him, he definitely looks like he's bloodthirsty, and I thought he was gonna die. I'm like, whoa, that was kind of quick. But he one-shotted this girl. I don't know what his sigil power is, but it's probably really powerful. We also saw another character that challenged Kaname, right? Even though he had the shelter on, since they kind of, he kind of knew where he was at because he got information from the hacker girl that classified his power as an A sigil power last episode. Since he got information from her, he kind of knew where he was at, and he stole his phone and kind of explained to him, like, the phone really is like your lifeline, right? You don't want to lose it because you won't be able to tell when you got challenged to a fight. You won't be able to look at the map. And we also learned that you cannot use somebody else's app. Like, you can't go in there and spend their points on what they were talking about, right? So they kind of get into like a little little tassel right there, right? Like a 1-2. He's in the boxing club, obviously, because he was throwing those boxing hands. But he kind of makes quick work of Kaname. But, you know, Kaname's power, you can see once he actually learns how to use it, it's probably going to be OP, right? From what we see in this episode, he can actually make whatever he comes into contact with. So in this case, he made the stun rod, or it's not a gun, but he made the stun rod. And, you know, could you imagine, like, if he gets a bazooka, like, can he just make a bazooka and just start shooting rockets everywhere? I don't know if he'll want to do that, because, you know, he'll be shooting rockets, and if he misses, he might hit a building and kill innocent people. But he can definitely do it if he wants to. But so his power is kind of OP, and Shuka has to come and kind of save him. Not that he really needed help. He kind of had the other guy on a stalemate, because, you know, he just explained to him how important the phones are, and he was able to steal the phone from his opponent and kind of like threaten him, saying, if you keep fighting, I'm just going to destroy your phone. And, you know, that's probably going to be, you know, bad news for the other person. And I liked the episode. I thought it was good. We got a lot of information, but my one negative thing is the animation was kind of like, it was kind of like PowerPoints really throughout the whole episode. Another thing I didn't like is the whole surrendering thing, right? So the person that challenged Kaname, he pretty much surrendered because Shuka showed up, and it was going to be 2v1. Kaname had his phone, so it was a stalemate. And he's just kind of like, you know what, I lost, I surrender. And I'm like, is it that easy? Like, from episode 1, when Shuka said that she surrendered, it was kind of like, if you surrender, I kind of become like your slave, like your follower. Like, I have to pretty much do what you say and stuff like that. So does that mean now that guy is also going to become one of Kaname's followers? We're just going to have to find out. I'm definitely interested in that rule, because, I mean, if it's that easy to surrender, you know, I guess that's going to be everybody's way out. Another interesting point is Kaname, right? This guy was obviously gunning for him, and he could have made the gun and shot him, right? But he didn't do that. So I don't know if I'm kind of liking Kaname's like character right now, because I feel like he's gonna be one of those main characters that's like, oh no, I don't want to be violent. I kind of want to just not even play the game. Like, you know, I don't want to kill anybody. And if that's the case, you know, no big deal. I am enjoying the anime. That's not going to be a deal breaker. So let me know what you think of episode 2 of Darwin's Game. Definitely interested in you guys' opinions. Let me know what animes you're watching for winter 2020. Again, maybe there's an anime I haven't even thought of, or is under my radar, and you know, I'll find out. So go ahead and subscribe, and let me know how I can improve. Let me know if you're liking my videos, and I will see you on the next episode.